Let us first start out by using the program BodyViz. Now, what is BodyViz? BodyViz can reconstruct DICOM images created from medical imaging systems as diverse as CT scanners, MRI imagers, PET scanners, and some forms of ultrasound. Now, it uses DICOM images, and DICOM stands for Digital Imaging and Communications in Medicine. DICOM is a standard file and communication protocol for handling, storing, printing, and transmitting information in medical imaging. BodyViz can import DICOM images and reconstruct a three-dimensional volume from these images, but even more importantly, it can computationally slice through this reconstructed volume and render a view from this imaginary plane. I could seriously go on for a few hours talking about voxel reconstruction algorithmic rendering, but it would be more impressive just to show you what BodyViz can do. So let's just launch the program from your desktop and jump right in. The icon for BodyViz is a white bee on a black border. Please open up the program and then press continue. What I'd first like for you to do is to launch a new study. Go to the tab on top that says Studies and go to My BodyViz Studies. The system you're working with will have many more of these loaded in the memory than we have now, but this is just for demonstration purposes. Find the abdominal aortic aneurysm study and load the selected study into the system. As it loads, you will see that it actually puts the CT scans in a three-dimensional image on the background screen. What I'd like to do is actually demonstrate how the control mechanisms work. So bring up the control box, which is the left arrow near the green key on your Xbox 360 controller, but this should be visible on yours automatically, and actually see how these controls work. You'll see that this is going to be all the controls on the Xbox 360 and what they're going to do in this particular mode. I'll show you how to change modes here in a moment. We see the keys on the right-hand corner of your Xbox 360, the A, B, X, and Y key, are going to be allowed to change the various views. We also have the bumpers, which is LB and right and RB. Those are the bumpers on the upper right-hand edge of your controller. And you have the trigger keys, which are the triggers on the system. Also, the arrows left and right here are going to be on either side of the actual control silver green lit key in the middle of your Xbox controller. Also, the digital keypad, which is your left thumb, will allow you to change the various views and zoom. Now, the two actual joysticks are going to be seen as L and R here, and these joysticks are going to control the actual movement of the actual object on the screen. So the first thing I want to do here is I'm going to zoom the volume back so we can actually take a look at what's going on here. So I'll zoom the volume over using the digital keypad and use the pan volume to move this out of the way so you can see some of the stuff that I'm doing. Using the rotate volume, I can rotate the volume in space and actually watch what's going on inside of the box as it reconstructs it in 3 dimensions. So let's actually start cutting this up. Now, there are multiple modes that are available in BodyViz, but today we're only going to use one of them, and that's going to be the actual clipping mode. So using the trigger buttons, I will go to 1 right trigger, 2 right triggers, and it goes to clipping mode. You can see in the lower left-hand side where it says clipping, and I also have a green edge on the box that shows me where the actual clipping edge is going to be located. So let's change that clipping edge around. I can do this by using the bumper keys, LB and RB. So we'll move the plane around until I like the plane which I'm using, which is going to be this one here. I'll use the green Add Clipping Plane to add the clipping plane to the system, and it says Creating Clipping Plane. And once the Creating Clipping Plane is there, I can use the X key to move the clipping plane around. So now that I'm in the actual moving the clipping plane around, I can use the plane pan, which is going to be the digital key on the left-hand thumb, and I can pan this back and forth. As you can see, it actually pushes this like a CT scanner through the actual dimensions. Now, interesting, I can rotate the plane in any direction I would like and then move it again. So using a rotation of the plane and rotation of the volume, I can actually view whatever I would like to see. This takes a little bit of while to getting used to, so please play with the system until you feel comfortable that you can manipulate the clipping plane. If you would like to remove the clipping plane, you just say Cancel Movement, which is B, and it rebuilds the box as necessary. You can go back into the free camera modes and all the rest of the systems by using the actual trigger buttons to move back to your modes. So we'll go back to Examiner mode, which we started off with. For the assignment, please choose the study that has the brain tumor. This is a 176 slice of a magnetic resonance imaging of an individual with a brain tumor. So, load the selected study into the system, and what I would like for you to do is to manipulate the image itself until we can actually get a Frankfurt plane located inside of this person's head. So essentially go to the toggling to the mode you're looking for, which is the clipping mode. Add a clipping plane in the correct area using the bumpers. Add the clipping plane to the system, and then pan the plane to the region you need. What I would like for you to do is to put a clipping plane exactly where you believe the Frankfurt line is located. And once you have an actual clipping plane of the Frankfurt line, take a screen capture of this image, and I'll go over what we need to do next. The assignment I would like for you to do using BodyViz is to demonstrate to me the Frankfurt plane. So please look up on Google what the Frankfurt plane is when it comes to radiography. And then, once you have determined what this is, please make a screen capture of the actual BodyViz program demonstrating a clipping plane through the Frankfurt plane. Remember, I will be able to determine the acoustic meatuses and the orbitals from this. So, once you have this perfectly positioned in BodyViz, you can take a screen capture by using the, basically in Windows, Alt print screen key. Then you will go to Blackboard, under the anatomy shell, week 5 of FOH. And here you'll have an assignment. Open up the assignment and you'll see the assignment contains a downloadable PowerPoint deck. Open up that PowerPoint deck, leave the assignment window open also while doing this, but open up the PowerPoint deck and paste into it, into the position that's described for this, the actual picture that you've created using BodyViz. Save this PowerPoint deck and then re-upload it into the assignment slot from the window you've opened up previously. This will actually allow us to determine and actually view these particular PowerPoint slides that you've created. Once it's been uploaded, you can close the system off and you have actually completed the assignment for the Frankfurt plane. Now it's time to start using VHDissector Pro. What is VHDissector Pro? VHDissector Pro is a program that uses data created by the United States National Library of Medicine to allow virtual dissection of an actual cadaveric specimen and view this photographed data in multiple standard planes. The program is the most difficult to run of the major anatomy software packages available at ATSU, but it is very useful and can give terrific insight into how the human is constructed in 3D space. Again, I could talk for hours on what this program could do, but instead, we should just launch the program and demonstrate what it can do. Please click on the icon that launches VHDissector and then hit Continue. VHDissector can be kind of intimidating. So in order to get this to work properly, one of the most important things to remember is when you first launch the program is to go to View, Restore Factory Views. And this will allow the system to recalibrate and reset itself so you see the same starting point every time. Now I can go through all the pieces, but it would take an hour to actually go through each individual step here. So what I'd like for you to do is to go through the How Do Basic Tools and Controls Work. By clicking on this, it will launch a window external to this program, and you can read through the various methods and materials that can be used to manipulate these particular images. Once you've finished with this, hit the Continue button. So let's show you how to use this program. Since this is a difficult piece of software, written instructions are probably easier to follow than actually following a video or a spoken word. So you're going to follow a pre-written assignment rather than have me talk you through it. So go to Blackboard and retrieve the VHDissector file for the back assignment. This is a PDF document that will walk you through VHDissector and show you some of the features of this amazing program. So instead of filling out the sheet and turning it in, the questions can be filled out directly in this presentation. This saves you time and paperwork and allows you to concentrate on getting used to this program, which is what we are trying to accomplish today. So please open up the back assignment file and use VHDissector to walk you through this assignment. As you encounter the questions in the PDF file, remember that they are to be answered in this presentation.